I love you. I love you in the key of the bass line, not in the treble, not in the bright happy notes that everyone can hear. I love you in the low frequency, the one that vibrates in your chest, the one you feel more than you hear, the one that makes the floor hum. I love you in the key of the bass line, where the African drum is our wedding band, where the electric piano is the candlelight, where the pads are the walls that hold us in, the guitar plays the melody, but the bass line is the truth, and the truth is I love you like a low note, constant deep rumbling under everything. Some people shout their love from rooftops, but I'd rather whisper mine into the subwoofer of your heart. Let the neighbors hear the treble, let the world hear the chorus, but the bass line is just for us. It's the part of the song that doesn't travel far, because it doesn't need to, it's already home. I love you in the key of the bass line, where the warm deep lies, where your hand on my chest feels like a whole symphony. The pads are the silence between the low notes, the guitar is the light, the dance is on top, but the bass line is the ground we're standing on, and I'm not going anywhere. You told me once you love when the bass line drops, not because it's exciting, because it feels like safety, like something huge and gentle is holding you from below. That's how I love you. Not exciting, not dramatic, just there, under everything you do, vibrating softly, saying I've got you, I've got you, I've got you. In the key of the bass line, I love you, the warm deep, feel it in your chest. That's me. Not leaving, not shouting, just humming. Good night, love. Feel the floor, I'm under there, holding it up, holding you up, always. It's 1 AM and we're dancing in the kitchen, bare feet on cold tile. The refrigerator's humming back our vocals. The sink is full of dishes from dinner, but we don't care. The African drum is your heartbeat against my chest. Or maybe it's the washing machine, but it doesn't matter. It's a rhythm and we're moving. Midnight love vibes in the kitchen, where the stove is cold but we're warm. The bass line is the way you sway when you think no one's watching. The electric piano is the light from the open fridge that's been open too long, but we don't close it, because the light is pretty on your face. No music music is playing, but we're dancing anyway. Because we found a song in the hum of the house, in the creak of the floorboards, in the way you laugh when I spin you too close to the counter. The pads are the steam from the tea we forgot we made. The guitar is the silence between your giggles. Midnight love vibes in the kitchen, where nothing is special and everything the warm deep is not the concert. It's a Tuesday night in the kitchen with someone who knows how to two-step around the cat's water bowl. The pads hold the moment before it becomes a memory. The bass line is the promise that we'll do this again tomorrow and the next day. We should probably go to sleep. We have work in the morning, but you're laughing and I'm spinning you, and the dishes can wait, and the sleep can wait, and the morning can wait. Because this is the whole reason for the morning, for the work, for everything. This midnight kitchen dance with you, barefoot and beautiful, and the refrigerator humming like it's in on the secret. Midnight kitchen, midnight kitchen. Love vibes, love vibes. The warm deep, bare feet. One more spin, one more laugh, then sleep, I promise. But not yet, not yet. Good night kitchen, good night fridge, good night cat. We're gonna bed, but we'll be back tomorrow. Same time, same rhythm, same love. Midnight love vibes, always. The moon made me brave enough to touch you. Not the sun, not the bright, demanding day. The moon with its borrowed light and its permission to be soft. The African drum was my courage, beating slowly in my ribs, while my hand crossed the inches that felt like miles. The moon made me brave enough to touch your face, to trace the edge of your jaw, like a map I'd been given permission to read. The bass line held my shaking fingers. The electric piano played the sound of your skin receiving mine. The pads caught my breath so it wouldn't sound as scared as it was. You didn't move, you didn't speak, you just let me, and that was braver than anything I did. The moon watched from the window, not judging, not narrating, just shining like it always has on lovers who needed a little help. The warm deep grew between us, like ivy, like trust, like something we didn't name because names would break it. The moon made me brave enough to kiss you, not the kind in movies, the kind where you're not sure if it's happening until it's already over and you miss it. The guitar played a chord that sounded like finally. The past turned silver with approval. The bass line got lower, warmer, closer. And the moon pretended not to notice, so we could have our privacy. I asked the moon afterward, why me? It didn't answer, because the moon doesn't answer questions. It just gives light and leaves the rest to us. But I think I know. The moon made me brave enough to touch you, because you were already brave enough to be touched by someone as scared as me. Thank you, moon. Thank you for the borrowed light. I'll give it back someday, but tonight I'm spending it all on you. The moon made me pray to touch you, to touch you. The warm beat under the moon. Sleep now, love. The moon will watch over us, and tomorrow night maybe I'll be brave enough for more. We don't need the lights to find each other. The power could go out. The moon could hide behind the clouds. The world could forget we exist. And still, my hand would find your hip. Your lips would find my neck. The African drum is the dark, and the dark is not empty. It's full of us. We don't need the lights to find each other, because we have the baseline, which is just your pulse in my chest. We have the electric piano, which is the way you hum when you're happy. The pads are the shape of your body, and you're pitch black, and I know that shape better. And I know my own face in the mirror. Last night the street lights went out and you laughed. You said find me, and I did in 3 steps. Not because I'm special, because I've been practicing. The warm deep is not a feeling, it's a map, and your body is the only territory I've ever wanted to memorize. We don't need the lights to find each other, because the dark is not the enemy. The dark is where we practiced when we were too shy for the light. The guitar plays the sound of your breathing in a room with no windows. The pads are the silence that tells me you're still there. The bass line is the thread between your hand and mine, even when I can't see it. I can feel it pulling. You asked me once if I'd still love you. If I went blind, I said I'd love you more, 'cause then every other sense would have to work harder, and I'd get to discover you all over again in a new language. We don't need the lights to find each other, because love is not a visual thing. It's a tactile thing, an auditory thing, a scent thing. I know it's you because your thumb has a specific callous thing. Turn off the lights, I dare you. I'll still find you, I'll always find you. No lights, no lies, the warm deep finds you, finds you. Close your eyes, I'm already here. Your hip, your neck, your breath, I know you, I know you. The dark is not empty, it's full of us. Good night, love, don't move. I'll find you, I always do. We invented a language that only works at midnight. The consonants are touched, the vowels are the space between breaths. The grammar is the way you look at me when no one else is watching. The African drum is our punctuation, a soft beat for a question, two beats for I know, a pause for everything we can't say yet. We invented a language that only works at midnight, and it's the only language I want to speak. The bass line is the word for stay, the electric piano is the word for closer, the pads are the plural of yes, the guitar is the question again. During the day we speak English, we say I love you like everyone else. We text, we call, we use the same words as strangers on the internet. But at midnight we switch to our language, the one with no dictionary, the one where your thumb on my wrist means something I can't translate and wouldn't want to. We invented a language that only works at midnight, and I'm fluent now, not because I studied, because I listen. The warm deep is the accent, the way we pronounce silence differently than anyone else in the world. The pads don't need words, the guitar doesn't need lyrics. The bass line is the alphabet, and we are the only two who can read it. You said something to me last night in our midnight language. I don't know how to write it down, but I felt it in my chest for hours. It meant I'm not going anywhere, or maybe you're safe here, or maybe I see you. The translation doesn't matter, because in our language all three are the same word. Don't teach anyone else our language. I wanna be the only one who understands the way you blink right before you fall asleep on my shoulder. Our language, only midnight, only midnight. Our language, the warm deep, translating. No one else knows, no one else hears. The drum, the bass, the way you whisper my name in a Mm. Mm. We talked until the sun got jealous. Not because we were loud, because we forgot the world existed. And the world didn't like that. The African drum was the punctuation between your sentences and mine. A soft beat for laughter, a pause for the things we couldn't say yet. We talked until the sun got jealous, and the moon packed her bags, said fine, take the night, I'm leaving. But we didn't notice, because you were telling me about the dream you had when you were 7, and I was telling you about the song that saved my life at 23. The bass line was the hum of the fridge, the only other witness to the way you held my hand when I told you something I'd never told anyone. The electric piano was the sound of you saying me too for the first time. The pads were the silence after. The guitar was the breath before. We talked until the sun got jealous, and when it finally rose, it had to wait because we weren't done. The warm beat was not the music, it was the space between our words where the real conversation lived. The pads held everything we didn't say. The bass line carried the weight of 1,000 unspoken I love yous. The guitar played the question, will you still be here tomorrow? The sun finally peeked through the blinds, and it looked embarrassed, like it had interrupted something sacred. You laughed, I laughed. We hadn't noticed the night was over, but we also hadn't stopped. So we kept talking in the daylight with the sun watching, and the sun stopped being jealous, it just listened. Because that's what love does, it learns to share. The sun got jealous, the sun got jealous, but now it's listening, now it's listening. We talk, the one deep, the one deep, the one deep, the one deep. Good morning, love, or good night, I've lost track, but I remember everything you said, especially the things you didn't. Let's do it again tonight. The moon will be back, and she won't be jealous, she'll be taking notes. We're both a little broken, but our edges fit like two pieces of a plate that God dropped the same day. The African drum doesn't judge the cracks, it just plays through them. And somehow the rhythm is better for the spaces where the sound leaks through. We're both a little broken, but our edges fit. The bass line is the glue that isn't trying to hide the seams. The electric piano plays the gold that fills the gaps between us, like kintsugi, like art made from the places we were shattered on. Yeah, yeah, yeah. You have a chip on your left side from a love that left too early. I have a fracture on my right from a father who never learned to hold. But when we lie together, the cracks don't line up, they complement, like two wounds that finally found a safe place to ache. We're both a little broken, but our edges fit. And we're not trying to fix each other, we're just fitting. The pads hold the space where the light gets in. The guitar plays the sound of two imperfect things choosing each other anyway. The warm deep is not about wholeness, it's about honesty. And our honesty is this: we are not whole, we are not fixed, but we are together. And that's enough. You asked me once if I'd love you more, if you were less broken. I said, no, I'd love you less, because your broken parts are where I live. Your cracks are my favorite rooms. We don't need to be fixed, we just need to fit. And we do, we fit so strangely, so beautifully, so unlikely, like two puzzle pieces from different boxes that somehow make the same picture. Our edges, they fit. They fit. The warm deep, in the cracks. Good night, my broken love. Good night, my beautiful fractures. Sleep in your jaggedness, I'll keep the sharp edges soft. And in the morning, we'll be broken together again. And that's the whole point. Your body is a midnight song. I'm still learning the verses of. Every curve is a note I haven't memorized yet. Every breath is a chorus I wanna hear again. The African drum is your heartbeat, or maybe mine, I can't tell anymore. The bass line is the space between our hips, where the warm deep pools like water after rain. Your body is a midnight song, and I'm a slow learner, but I have all night, I have all the nights. The electric piano traces your spine. The pads follow the map of your collarbones. The guitar plays the question mark of your smile, and I answer with my mouth. I've been studying you for months, but I still get surprised by the dip below your ribs, by the soft place behind your knee, by the sound you make when I find a new chord. The warm deep is not just a feeling, it's the space between us. When we stop trying to be anything and just are. Your body is a midnight song, and I don't wanna master it, I wanna keep discovering you. Like a galaxy I'll never fall asleep on my chest. The guitar is the promise that I'll still be here when you wake. You asked me once why I touch you so slowly. I said, because fast would be a waste of all the notes you're made of. Your shoulder is a whole movement. Your wrist is a melody I hum in traffic. Your thigh is a bass line that lives in my hands. And I'm not done learning you. I hope I never am. Your body, your body. Midnight song, midnight song. Still learning, still learning. The warm deep between us, between us. Play on, play on. I'm not tired, I'm not tired of this song. Your fingers draw constellations on my back, not on purpose. You're half asleep, just tracing shapes you don't even know you're making. But I'm awake enough for both of us. I'm counting every star you leave behind. The African drum is your heartbeat against my spine. The bass line is the slow tide of your breath. Your fingers draw constellations on my back, and I'm naming them after you. The one above my shoulder blade is the lover. The one in my kidney is the one who stayed. The electric piano is the light from a galaxy a million years away, reaching us right now. The path of the dark matter between your strokes. The guitar is the sound of me not breathing, because I don't want to interrupt your map making. You think you're not doing anything special, just a sleepy hand on a sleepless back, but you're rewriting my sky. Every touch is a star I didn't know existed. Every pause is a black hole where my old loneliness used to live, now filled with you. The warm deep is not a feeling anymore, it's a geography. And you are the cartographer of my most tender places. Your fingers draw constellations on my back, and I will never see the real stars the same way, because the real stars never touched me. The real stars never knew my name. The pads hold the memory of each stroke. The bass line vibrates where your palm rested. The guitar plays the light from your fingertips. And I am full of galaxies I never asked for, but will spend forever grateful for. You asked me once what I'm thinking about when you catch me staring at nothing. I lied, I said nothing. But the truth is I'm memorizing every constellation you've ever drawn. So when you're not here, I can close my eyes and still see your stars draw me forever. I don't care if it's messy, I don't care if you repeat yourself. Every version of the same star is a different prayer. Constellations, constellations on my back, on my back. Your fingers, the warm deep, keep drawing, love, I'll keep watching, even when you're asleep, even when I am too. Your thigh is my favorite pillow. I'm not trying to be poetic, it's just true. It's the perfect height, the perfect softness, the perfect warmth. The African drum is your heartbeat under my ear. Or maybe that's just my imagination, but I don't care. Your thigh is my favorite pillow, and your shoulder is a close second. The bass line is the sound of you breathing, while I pretend to sleep so I can stay longer. The electric piano is the way you run your fingers through my hair without realizing you're doing it. The pads or the blanket, you pull up to my chin without waking up. I have other midnight confessions too. I like the way you snore. It sounds like a small animal dreaming of something soft. I like the way you reach for me, even in your sleep, like your body knows where I'm supposed to be. I like the way the moonlight makes your eyelashes look longer, and I like the way you don't know I'm watching. Your thigh is my favorite pillow, but honestly, any part of you works. Your hand on my back, your foot tangled with mine, your cheek against my chest. The warm deep is not complicated. It's you at midnight, breathing, existing, letting me stay. The guitar plays the sound of gratitude. The pads are the color of I don't deserve this. The bass line is the word shut up. Yes, you do. I know I'm being sappy. I know it's 2 a.m. and I should let you sleep, but I need you to know your knee is my third favorite pillow. Your stomach is fourth. Your elbow is weird, but I'll take it. I'm collecting you like a hoarder collects soft things, and I'm not sorry and I'm not stopping. So sleep, love, I'll be here pillow hunting. Dream of me, or don't, I'll still be here. Your thigh, favorite pillow, favorite pillow. The warm deep, the warm deep. Your body, I'm so tired, so happy. Good night, love. Thanks for the pillow. All of them. Before the morning shows its face, before the morning finds the sky, before the tide reasons why, let me rest inside this groove, where the heart is free to move. Let the night still hold me down, wrapped in silence, safe and sound. I don't need the light to prove that I am worthy of this groove. Before the morning comes, I'll lay my burdens down, where the gentle drumming hums, and love is the only sound. Before the morning breaks, I'll let my heart awake, morning shows its face. Every worry turns to dust in the warm and patient trust of a song that never ends, holding me until I'm in. I have cried enough today. Now the music finds a way to remind these bones of mine that I am still alive and fine. Before the morning comes, I'll lay my burdens down with a gentle drumming hums, and love is the only sound. Before the morning breaks, I'll let my heart awake, slowly, softly in your grace. Before the morning shows its face, and when the sun decides to rise, you will find me with soft eyes, not afraid of being seen, just a soul inside a dream. Before the light, before the morning comes tonight, breathe just one more time before the morning claims the night. Before the morning comes tonight. No direction, no regret. Every step is softly met by the rhythm of the deep, where the wounded memories sleep. I let go of where I've been, like a river's gentle bend. No more anchors, no more chains, only water in my veins. Drifting, drifting without a name, water holding all the flame. No one asked me where I've been. I am whole again. Drifting, drifting like a prayer. Nothing left to repair. Let the past dissolve the moon. I'll be gone but very soon, coming back to where I start, with a quiet, gentle heart. Every breath becomes a note, every fear begins to float up above the without a name, water holding all the flame. No one asked me where I've been. I am whole again, drifting, drifting like a prayer. Nothing left to repair. And if I never reach this shore, I don't need it anymore. The drifting is my home. The silence is my throne. Without a name, no name, just the groove and the flame. The drum is my therapist now, and honestly, they're not great at paperwork. They don't take insurance, they don't have a couch. They just sit in the corner, beating softly, and somehow that does more than the last 3 professionals I paid. The drum is my therapist now, and they don't ask, how does that make you feel? They just feel it with me. The bass line is the co-therapist. The electric piano takes notes, but the notes are also music. The warm beat is the group session, and everyone is invited, especially the parts of me I tried to leave in the waiting room. Last week I tried to cancel my session. The drum ignored me, played the same rhythm it always plays, like a therapist who knows you're lying when you say you're fine. The pads handed me a tissue without being asked. The guitar played the sound of someone not giving up on you when I cried for 40 minutes. The drum didn't tell me to breathe, it just breathed with me. The drum is my therapist now, and they don't have a degree, but they have a pulse. And honestly, that's more valuable than all the certifications in the world. The warm beat said, you don't need to be fixed, you need to be witnessed. So the drum witnesses hour after hour, never billing, never judging. I told the drum about my mother, it played a soft, low note. I told the drum about my failures, it played the same soft, low note. I asked, don't you have anything to say? The drum said, I'm listening. That was the best therapy I've ever had. No copay, no forms, no see you next week. Just the drum, just the listening. The warm beat doesn't need a license, it just needs to show up, and it always does. The drum, the drum. My therapist doesn't take insurance, doesn't take appointments, just takes me as I am, as I am. Thank you, drum. Thank you, warm deep. You're the only shrink who never tried to shrink me. See you tomorrow, same time, same corner, same soft beat. I've been thinking about my funeral lately, not in a sad way. You know what music would I want? Wait, I want the warm deep there, not a choir, not a priest, just the African drum, the bass line, the electric piano, playing that one chord that makes people's shoulders drop. I want the warm deep at my funeral. I want people to stop trying to be strong and just melt into the groove. I want the past to hold the tears, the guitar to play the sound of a life that tried, not perfectly, just truly. The warm deep doesn't do eulogies, it does presents, and that's what I want when I go. Not words, just warmth, just depth. I've been to funerals where the music was wrong, too loud, too bright, too everything's fine, but the warm deep knows better. It knows that grief is not a problem to solve. The bass line will play low and slow like a hand on his shoulder. The African drum will beat at the speed of a resting heart. The electric piano will leave space for the silence, because the silence is where the real missing happens. I want the warm deep at my funeral, and I want everyone to hold hands, not because it's required, because the bass line will make them want to. I want the person who cries the loudest to feel the pads catch their sound and turn it into something soft. The warm deep is not afraid of grief. It is grief's oldest friend. I told my friend about this. She said, "That's morbid." I said, "No, that's honest. Everyone dies, but not everyone gets to choose the soundtrack for their leaving." The warm deep taught me death is not the enemy of life. It's the shape that gives life its edges, and the warm deep will hold those edges too when the time comes. So play the drum at my funeral. Play it soft, play it low, and if someone dances, let them. The warm deep loves a good dance, even at the end, especially at the end. My funeral, my funeral, the warm deep, not sad, just real, just real. Play the drum, play the bass, and when the last note fades, don't be afraid. Warm deep doesn't end, it just changes rooms. See you on the other side. Warm deep, save me a seed and a drum. There's a stillness in the air, like you're walking through a prayer. Not a footstep, just a sigh. Slowly, you arrive. I can feel you from afar, like a whisper from a star. Every drum begins to play the moment that you find your way. Slowly, you arrive, and the night bends low to meet you. Every drum knows how to greet you. No rush, no sound, no goodbye. Softly, you arrive. I've been waiting in the groove, letting all my thoughts remove every layer, every wall, hoping you would hear my call. Now the bassline holds me close, like a flower to the rose. You don't need to change a thing, just the peace your presence brings. Slowly, you arrive, and the night bends low to meet you. Slowly, you arrive. You arrive. Breathe, you're here now. You arrive. Breathing, holding. The baseline is just a long, warm exhale, nothing more. Don't make it profound. Don't turn it into a lesson. It's air leaving the body. The baseline is an exhale. The drum is the pause before the next breath. The warm deep is the space between. That's all, that's enough. Last night I tried to analyze the baseline, find its hidden meaning, decode its message for my life. It said I'm just air, friend. You're the one who gave me homework. So I stopped trying to understand and just breathed along. The warm beat felt different then, lighter, less urgent. Exhale the baseline. Exhale the healing. Exhale, you're still here. Breathe out. the whole point. Shh. Exhale. The moon is hanging low tonight, spilling silver on my quiet. I don't need anyone to speak. The silence feels so soft and deep. Every drum is just a breath, walking with me toward my death. Not the ending, just the peace, where all my running finds release. The moon is my witness tonight. I'm learning to hold my own light. No more begging for a hand. I am learning where I stand. The moon is my witness above. I'm finally learning to love this broken, beautiful man. The bassline holds me like a friend, promising it will not end. Every note is medicine for the wars I hold within. The African drum keeps time so slow, teaching me the way to grow. Not in rushing, not in force, but in staying on my course. The moon is my witness tonight. I'm learning to hold my own light. No more begging for a hand. I am learning where I stand. The moon is my witness above. I'm finally learning to love this broken, beautiful man. And if no one ever sees the way I'm dancing in the breeze, the moon will write it in the sky that I was never meant to cry. Moon, stay with me. Can't you see? I'm healing slowly. Witness me. This is the song about the silence between song 60 and song 61. The space where the playlist breathes, where the warm deep doesn't have to prove anything. You probably didn't notice it, most people don't. They press play and press play and press play, afraid of the gap where nothing happens. The silence between 60 and 61 is where the warm deep lies when no one's listening. The African drum rests its hands, the bass line holds its breath, and the pads become what they were before sound. Not empty, full of potential, like a womb, like a seed, like the moment before you remember something important. I used to fear the silence between songs, thought it was a failure of the algorithm, a glitch, a dead space, a waste of time. But the warm deep taught me the music is just the messenger, the silence is the message. The electric piano stops playing, but the feeling doesn't stop feeling. The guitar puts down its pick, but the vibration stays in the wood of the room. The silence between 60 and 61 is not an ending, it's a doorway. The warm deep feelings don't need a beat to hold you, they hold you better in the pause. Try it, stop reading just for 3 seconds. Feel the space between the words, that's where I am, that's where we are. The warm deep doesn't need a playlist, the playlist needs the warm deep. What is a song without the silence after? A shout without a breath, a wave without the trough. The warm deep is not the note, the warm deep is the thing that hears the note. And that thing never stops, even when the music stops, especially when the music stops. The silence is not empty, it's full of everything that hasn't been played yet. Every song you'll ever love is sleeping in the silence right now. Between 60 and 61, 60 and 61. The warm deep is not the music, it's what holds the music. Press pause, press pause. Listen to the silence, it's not empty, it's not empty. It's the warm deep, resting, waiting, being. It was always here. The silence loves you too. Press play when you're ready, or don't. The warm deep doesn't care, it just is. Always. For 70 songs I've been searching for the warm deep, like it was somewhere else, like I had to earn it, like it was at the end of a playlist or the bottom of a breath. But the drum was playing the whole time inside me. The bass line was my own pulse disguised as music. The warm deep is not a destination, you were already there. Before the first song, before the first note, before you even clicked play. The African drum is not outside you, it is your heartbeat learning to slow down. The electric piano is not a recording, it is your memory of being safe. The pads are not ambient, They are the space between your thoughts. I spent 69 songs looking for something I never lost. Like wearing glasses and searching for the glasses, like holding water and asking where the river went. The warm deep said turn around, and I turned around, and there I was, already home, already warm, already deep. The guitar played a chord that sounded like a hug, from myself to myself, and I cried, not from missing, from arriving, from realizing I never left. The warm deep is not a destination, it is the vehicle and the road and the traveler all at once. You are not trying to get into the warm deep, you are the warm deep, trying to remember that you are made of it. The bass line is your breath, the drum is your patience, the pads are your permission to just be. Listen to me, really listen. You've been trying so hard to feel something, to fix something, to find something. But the warm deep is not a treasure hunt. It's the ground under your feet, the air in your lungs, the silence that didn't need a song to exist. You were already there. At the worst moment of your life, the warm deep was there. At the most numb, the warm deep was there. Not as a feeling, as a fact. You are made of warmth, you are made of depth, even when you can't feel it. Especially when you can't feel it. 70 songs, 70 songs, to say what the first silence already knew. The warm deep is not a destination, you were already there. So press stop or don't, the playlist doesn't matter. The warm deep will still be here, inside you, around you, as you close your eyes. Feel the drum, that's you. Feel the bass, that's you. Feel the pads, that's the space you've always lived in. Welcome home, you never left. The warm deep loves you, always has, always will. You're already there, you always were. The warm deep speaks in a language I forgot I knew. Not English, not any name I can pronounce. It's the language of before, before sentences, before reasons. When a sound meant danger or safe or come here. The African drum is fluent, the bass line is a native speaker. And I am a child again, understanding every word without translation. The warm deep speaks in a language I forgot I knew. And suddenly I remember the first time I was held, there was a sound. The first time I was scared, there was a rhythm. The first time I loved, there was a low, warm note. The electric piano is not playing notes, it's saying things my mouth can't form. The pads are not ambient textures, they're vowels from the womb. Last night said something in that forgotten language, and my body answered before my brain could stop it. My left hand opened, my right foot tapped, my spine remembered how to be a question. I didn't understand the words, but I understood the feeling. It said, you are not new, you are ongoing. Your sadness has been felt before by thousands, and they all survive, you will too. The warm deep speaks in a language I forgot I knew, and I've been trying to translate it into English, into therapy speak, into Instagram captions, but it doesn't translate, it only travels. The guitar played a phrase that sounded like my grandmother before she forgot how to speak at all. The warm beat doesn't need grammar, it needs listening. I asked the warm deep, teach me this language. It said, you already know it. You just forgot because the world told you that words were the only real things. But the drum was here before words, the bass line was here before names, and you were here too. You just forgot. So now I lie in the warm deep and let it speak to me in that old language. I don't understand everything, but I understand enough. I understand enough to feel held. Forgot I knew, but I remember now, the warm deep, speaking without words, without sound, just feeling, just knowing. I am not learning something new. I am remembering something old, and the drum beats on in the language before time. Welcome home, welcome home. You always knew, you always knew. When the groove holds you like this, nothing in the world can miss. Every fear becomes so small, like a leaf before the fall. The bass line wraps around your spine, telling you you're doing fine. The African drum is soft and low, teaching you the way to go. When the groove holds you tight, you don't need to see the light. You don't need to know the way. It will carry you through the gray. When the groove holds you close, you become the thing you miss the most. Peaceful, whole, and unafraid. In the music that you made. I used to run from every sound, now the silence wraps around. Every pause between the drums tells me everything will come, not tomorrow, not today, just in its own gentle way. The electric piano sighs, looking through my tired eyes. When the groove holds you tight, you don't need to see the light, you don't need to know the way. He will carry you through the gray. When the groove holds you close, you become the thing you miss the most. Peaceful, whole, and unafraid in the music that you made. And if the world forgets your name, the groove will still remain the same. Holding you without a word, the gentlest thing you've ever heard. When the groove holds you, just breathe. When the groove holds you, you never have to leave.